What is going on, everybody, and welcome to part 29 of Garry's mod, Gamemode scripting. In today's part, we're going to be starting work on a brand new entity. And the entity that we're going to be working on is the Barricade entity. And it's just going to act as a way to block off doors and entrances and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with this now. What we want to do is we want to create a new folder for the Barricade in the same exact place that this ammo dispenser folder is. So right inside of our entities folder, that is a part of our game mode. So we want to do new folder, and the name of this entity is the Barricade. And now in here, just like our ammo dispenser, we need three files: the seal init, the init, and then the share.lua file. So let's go ahead and make those three files now. cl_init.lua. Yes. The init.lua. And then lastly, the share.lua. Share.lua. And let's go ahead and first start with the seal_init. Let me move this over here. And now inside of here, we want just a few lines of code. The first one is we just want to go ahead and include the shared.lua file. Then after that, we need the function ent::draw. Then end it. And then all we want to do in here is do self::draw model. And once that is done, we are done with the seal_init for this part. Let's go on to the init.lua. We want to go ahead and add a few things here. We want to do two of the add cs lua files. The first one being the seal_init.lua. The second one, there we go, being the share.lua file. And then we also want to include the share.lua file. So save that. We are now done with the init.lua. And then lastly, the biggest file of today is going to be our share.lua, which is going to have basically the same exact stuff as the ammo dispenser. So to make this go a little bit faster, I'm just going to go to the ammo dispenser, open up this share.lua, copy this, and then just paste it in our Barricade share.lua file. But we're going to change a few things around, one of these being the base health. I'm going to set this to 50. The cost of it I'll keep the same. And since we don't want to have a limit on the barricades, or me personally, I do not want to have a limit on the barricades, so I'm just going to get rid of that ent.limit variable right there. And now the ent.owner can still be set to nil because we don't want this value to be set to anything until a player spawns it or purchases it from within our custom shop menu. And now for the model, we can keep this part here the same, but we want to go ahead and change this last part here. And we're going to change this to blast door 001B. And you can go ahead and set this to whatever you want. And again, I will show you how to do that. All you got to do is go into the queue menu, find a prop that you like, and just right click, copy to clipboard, go into here, and then just paste it over this, like so. And then you'll be good to go with that. Next up, we want to go ahead and change the print name for the entity. This is no longer the ammo dispenser, but this is the Barricade. So change that to Barricade instead of ammo dispenser. Then the author, set that to your username. And then the purpose of this, it's going to be used to barricade off doors. And the instructions for it is just as simple as placing it down. Ent.spawnable, set that to true because we want people to be able to spawn it. And ent.admin spawnable, set that to false because we don't want it to be an admin only entity. But once that is done, go ahead and save it. Go into game here. And let me reload real quick just to make sure everything gets changed over. And once that is done, go into the queue menu. And in this entities tab here, you'll notice that we no longer just have this single entity being the ammo dispenser. We now have right next to it the Barricade as well. And if we go about spawning it, currently it's going to be an error sign because we have not initialized that yet. And we will be doing the initialization in the next part. But that right there is going to include part 29 of Garry's mod game mode scripting. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.